Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another Tuesday. Joined today by Marlon and Becca. Hello, lovely people. Becca, new hair. Becca with the good hair, if anything.
Love it.
Thank
How
you.
are we doing today, Marlon?
Good. I have been reading a lot during work hours. Don't tell anyone. Because I've been catching up on this book. I'm buddy reading with friends, How to Solve Your Own Murder. It's really
Love the
fun.
cover. Very
Yeah.
pulpy.
Yeah, it's really fun. So I'm ready to do some writing now instead of reading. I feel like I need to shift the mood.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. What shall I be working on today? Which?
Still, The Art of Summoning Demons, but I'm now at chapter 25, I think, something like that. Yes,
Ooh,
chapter 25.
making
Very slow
progress.
progress, but I'll be finished by the end of January. That's all that matters.
Uh,
How many
And-
chapters is it going to be?
Oh, it's 30 chapters total. I'm in the revision draft 4, so
Oh, gotcha.
yeah. So she can 5 chapters for the rest of the month. You got this. You got this. Becca, how are we doing today?
Good. Surviving the fires.
I'm happy that I don't see any smoke in your apartment. I shall admit, I was a bit weary.
Luckily, the wind is pushing the bad air away, so weirdly, the air quality is very good outside. But I try to explain it to people that like the fires are more surrounding LA because a lot of people are thinking like all the big landmarks they're burning and stuff like that. It's like no, nothing like that has been touched. Like Hollywood and all that kind of stuff. It's on the outside, like Malibu and Palisades, and then over here, like the Pasadena. So it's like LA's here, and like the fires are like all around it. But that's where a lot of people live, so that's why it's so devastating because it's just homes that are getting destroyed. I know a couple people that lost their homes entirely, but they're okay. So that's all that matters.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
and I keep hearing horror stories of like insurance companies refusing to pay.
Oh yeah,
It's just horrible.
They just literally like boop backed out. It's all
like, did you guys learn nothing from the CEO of that other insurance company who got?
Yeah, I mean that's the problem is that, and people pay so much for fire insurance here. So to like pay that monthly, like up to like $1,000, $2,000 a month just on fire insurance, and then put all that money in and then be told that, we don't have it.
But are they allowed to back out? Like, isn't that a contract? Like,
I mean, I would think so, but like they are. And it's like, unfortunately, a lot of people just aren't getting their money. I mean, who knows? This is probably going to go to lawsuit. It's probably going to turn into like a giant like nightmare, but people are just trying to survive at this point. It's just like,
yeah, I've been seeing people posting that scene from like some movie where the Hollywood sign is on fire, and I'm like, oh my god, LA, poor LA, and I'm like, that I've seen that movie. That is not cool.
You're like, wait a minute, that looks familiar. Yeah, no, like the Hollywood sign and like the the theaters and like all the land, no landmark, I mean, has been destroyed. It's not coming in, like it's all the hills and where the brush fire is just all the embers and stuff like that. The freeways are holding strong. Like as much as we complain about the freeways here, they have been our pillars of protection because like where I live, I'm surrounded by 4 freeways.
Oh, like a fire tunnel.
Yeah, they are not letting any of the embers over. So that's why we're so protected because we're just surrounded by freeways. So it's so funny, as much as we complain about the freeways, so like they're literally saving the suburbs, I guess, or just the city part of it. So anyway, I just wish they could get them out. It's just
that makes sense.
The only way
sounds horrible.
Yeah, it's like if you think about it, it's all these twisty roads. Like they can't even get to a lot of the fires by truck. So really, what's saving them is Canada by bringing in all these
super scoopers.
Yeah. And then some jerk with their drone was trying to get footage. Did you see that? And it totally ripped a hole in one of the super things. And it's
like, had to be grounded,
people getting their footage. You know what I mean? It's like, come on.
But I've
Totally
seen people like
exaggerated.
stop and throw gasoline cans on the roads and stuff, and I'm like, what's going on?
Oh my God! Near my sister, who lives, she was right by the evacuation zone because she lives near the Glendale Hills. People were setting up fireworks the other day. Like, what
Jesus
are you
Christ.
doing?
I saw a video of people stopping others from starting fire lanterns. You know, like those prank
Right.
lanterns that like fly up. It's
You're
like,
like,
what the fuck are you doing?
oh, what are you thinking? I know. It's just
Wrong
like
timing.
Yeah.
so many
God.
people are so stupid.
Yeah, but yeah, I
Not
saw.
to. Oop,
Oh,
no,
sorry.
continue, Molly. No, continue.
No, I was just gonna say the Hollywood sign stuff. I saw people seeing that on TikTok, and no one does any research ever. So everyone believed that that had happened now, and I was like, guys, maybe it's because we're millennials, but like Google it.
I know.
Just-
Yeah, but I feel like if anyone is inclined to Google anything, it's a millennial.
that's what I'm saying, and it's all the Gen Z that are believing it because
Yeah.
they're all on TikTok and they're just this is their news and that's it. Like they're not
Yeah.
actually fact checking anything. I'm just like
Yeah.
it. Just fact check what you're seeing a little bit.
Just
Like the Red Note app that everyone is migrating to from TikTok because they're all scared of TikTok being banned in like a week. And there's like some Chinese guy who's not even from China, he's Canadian, who sent like a welcome message to everyone being like, so happy to see all of the TikTok refugee Americans coming here, blah, blah. And everyone, some idiot commented, the CEO is welcoming us. And everyone believed this guy was the CEO because no one double checked that. And this guy woke up to reactions of people being like, "Oh my god, the CEO of Red Note is welcoming us here," and he's like,
oh my
"I'm
God.
Canadian. I'm not even."
I'm Canadian.
That's
Yeah,
so funny.
we live in a dangerous age, news
Yeah,
media wise. Like, critical thinking is down
zero.
to an all zero.
Yeah.
In spite of terrible environmental damage, Becca, are you getting anything done in terms of like work and stuff, or are you just
Yeah.
trying to survive?
It's funny because it's like I've been working on the book. I think it definitely helps having the screenplay because, on days where I just can't create, it's already written out enough that I can just get it out like in book form, you know what I mean?
Because I
But
know you
yes,
work on a pretty tight deadline. So
yeah, I mean, the screenplay is the tight deadline. That one has to be done by May 1st. So I'd really like to get the book done so that I can get any insights possibly to the characters that then I can then transfer into the screenplay. But yeah, so far I've been doing about a chapter a day.
wow, that's
But
really
they're
impressive.
shorter chapters, so they're like about 1,000 to
Still
1,500
chapters.
words. But yeah, so I would like to up that to like 2 chapters a day if I can. Once I kind of I'm getting my I have a basal cell carcinoma here, and I'm getting that removed tomorrow. So I feel like once that's off my plate and just done, and I don't have to worry about it anymore, I think that'll open up a lot of stuff
Do you have
too.
to be a local anesthetic or anything, or is it
No,
just?
it's just literally just injections. Yeah, because it's on the face, since it can scar so easily, they
Yeah.
they kind of treat it like a biopsy. So they're just basically biopsying it a bunch to get it out so that it
Sounds
doesn't
painful
scar.
though.
I know, but it's numb, so like I'm not gonna feel it. But but yeah, but it takes hours because they have to do little bits at a time and then make sure that they got it all, and then they go back for more. So I'm literally like, it's like 5 minutes, wait an hour, 5 minutes, wait an hour, 5 minutes, so I will be there all day tomorrow.
Aw,
Figure it
well,
out.
I'm gonna be
at least
writing. I'm bringing my laptop because I was like, these are perfect 1 hour sprints.
Nice, yeah.
yeah.
What about you,
That
Steve? What
sounds.
are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm gonna be working on my cowboy novel as ever, as always, forever and always. Um, I'm starting to think in ahead, so I'm like, what is my next project? So that's a good thing, or is it?
Oh,
I don't know, but
Exciting.
I can see the end of the tunnel at some point, at least. So that's exciting. Still working on the same old midpoint. I'm well into the shootout now, the gun show. So people are soon about to die, so that's gonna be sad. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time, and I think the back half of the novel is gonna be real short because my goal is to finish it by the end of the month. And TikTok, the clock goes. Let's say hello to some friends here. Mars is here. Hello. Keiko is here. Still coloring the reading journal and binging a K drama. I know
Nice.
Marlon loves K dramas, so if you want
Yeah,
to
what
talk
is
about
it?
Keiko, this is your audience.
Although I've been watching a lot of zombie ones, so I don't know if.
Ah.
Nice.
Mars says, theoretically, I'm going to write. I love that for you. Wendy is here. Hello, hello. Our very own Grape Fry is here. Hello. Let's see. Seeing a lot about landlords hiking prices insanely high because they know people are going to be desperate for places to live.
Yep.
Are human garbage? Hot topic. Estimated guest, I'm confused in language. Let's see. Alice is here. Hello, hello. Grape says that to my sister all the time, like, Mama, let's research. And Nia is here. Hello. Perfect 1 hour sprints. I love that you're staying positive about this, Becca. Yeah. Good vibes for all the well and all good vibes for all to go well tomorrow, Becca. I think we all agree.
Thank you.
Mullen right when the phone rings. I don't know.
That's a thriller romance. I'm not into thriller romances, to be fair.
Oh, it's like one of the mafia shows.
No, I don't know. The guy seems like he's generally a horrible person towards his wife or something, and I
Who?
don't really know. But like, I saw the trailer of it, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to be into this. But I might be wrong. But yeah.
I will be thinking about writing, says Nia. We shall see if that ends up in words. I pray for you. We're going to be doing maybe perhaps if all goes well 4 sprints. Maybe 3 if we're going a little bit lengthy, 25 minutes, or do you want like 30 so we can have like 5 minutes of a ground?
I don't mind. You guys decide.
I'm good with anything.
Okay,
We can
then
mix it up.
we can. Ugh, I don't like that. We have to stay
Oh,
consistent.
oh no.
Mixing it up. What are you talking about, lady? We're going to start with one of my favorite places, which is Cafe Genesee.
Yay.
25 minutes. We're going to do, as I said, 4 sprints with a bit of a 10-minute break in between. Might be longer breaks if we be yapping. Let's see. But yeah, people in the comments tell me what you'll be working on specifically. I'm nosy, and let's go. Pling, pling, pling. How did you do? Nope. I removed a Becca there. How do I get her back? That's the question. We're on all of our minds. Can I add another dynamic camera slot maybe? There she goes. That's what I get for trying to make up fancy.
Yeah. Wait, now I'm covering you, or is that just my screen?
No,
No,
that's the setup. I'm gonna greenify you. Wait a minute. I'm just trying to show that there's like a timer, but also our faces. But the timer is not huge. How did you feel that sprint, Marlin?
good. I read 2 chapters for my beta reading, and I then wrote about 125 words. So like 1 page of the. I've got like 4 pages to do in this scene, so I did a bit of both, basically.
I love that journey for you. Becca, how did you do?
I started a new chapter. I got about 341 words. I got kind of stuck though, because it's like in the screenplay, they're like already on the road, but with the book, they're getting off from a ferry, it's in Seattle. So it's like, I figured that part of it is kind of fun too, getting into the car, waiting for the ferry to dock, So I added some stuff that's not in the screenplay. So that's why it took longer.
And that's fair. I did not write here, but I did work on my finances because payday is coming up, and I'm just like, I want to get everything sorted for 2025 because I have some financial goals. So I was just double checking to make sure the numbers were right, the setup was right. Trying to do some digital cash stuffing, but I don't know. It's not
Are you
easy.
also, yeah, you're being influenced by Wallace envelope system?
No, I don't. I don't know. I don't. I like the idea of physical cash because then I can see it running out. But it's too stressful because there's only one bank in town. You can't deposit in the bank. So it's
Yeah,
just
that doesn't work for you. But I mean, like, are you trying to do that in a digital format instead of physically?
not because of Wallace, but because I've had 2 years of reckless spendings after I bought my apartment. So I'm just okay. Trying to get financially back on track for 2025. Because like getting the mortgage, the down payment, the apartment, furnishing the apartment, and buying for the apartment has been all consuming in terms of my economy for the last 2 years. So I'm trying to get back on track. I'm not like starving on anything, so don't worry about it. But it's just I want to be more responsible with my finances, is what I'm trying to say, basically. Which seems like an adult thing to do now that I'm closing in on my 40s. Let's see what people did. We were joined by some amazing people. Anna, hello. JC, hello. And Elaine, hello. Mars got about 100 words, which is good. More than I got. Wendy says, I'm late to answer, but I'm working on my second chance romance. I have to start a load of dishes and make coffee first. Ugh. I got Thursday off, so like anything apartment maintenance wise, I'm just postponing until Thursday. I'm like, I'll deal with that on Thursday. The laundry, I'll deal with that on Thursday. The shelves that need to be hung, the pegs that need to be pegged and hung, I'll deal with that on Thursday. Elaine got 102 words. Good job. What are you working on these days, Elaine? Call in. Keiko says, my playlist started playing Within Temptation songs. Ugh, throwback. Project Dying Gods, even though my Jotting January spreadsheet is for the fanfic. Maybe I should make two. Maybe you should.
Or
I've been...
you can leave comments. That's what I've been doing when I'm splitting between 2 projects, is I'll just leave a comment to say I'm actually working on this one within.
Oh.
If I wanna know which projects the words were for.
I will say your January sheet for Art of Summoning Demon is so dark, Malin, like in terms of vibes.
Yes.
And it's so different from the previous mood boards you made.
For the Art of Summoning Demons, I've been reusing the same images, but I do have a more vibrant cover that I made because it's quite neon.
Because that's what I'm thinking when I hear Art of Summoning Demons. I'm thinking about that.
That's because I was inspired by, the Juno Dawson books, Her Majesty's.
Oh, great titles and great covers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I do really, really like the Art of Summoning Demons cover.
Oh my god. Sorry.
So yeah, It's just really dark compared to the cover. Is what I'm trying to say. But I do
I
like the
also
vibes.
I also just like a dark like background in general because then it's just easier to work on. I find.
And I think that's very, very fair. And I've also been enjoying seeing the other people's spreadsheets. Like I'm
Mm.
in literally daily snooping at your stuff, people. So
I mean,
I
have you
see who's
seen
been naughty and who's been
Anna's?
nice. Oh, Anna's is so pretty.
It's so beautiful and aesthetic.
I just love the vibes and like the mood boards. And there's also another one. Is it Wendy? Oh, Wendy's mood board. Holy moly! Or Wendy's page in general spreadsheet. Can we show them off on main? That's legal, right?
I mean, they're already available online, but I don't know if everyone watching the stream is people who already know about this spreadsheet.
I mean, they're about to. If not, let's see. Let me just close some compromising tabs. There you go. Jotting. Like this is Wendy's. Hello, stunning,
Love it.
Ooh.
gorgeous.
Love the little pictures. The
Yeah,
little.
little picture, the mood boards. The
Mm.
little playlist
Oh,
here.
I haven't done this. Yeah, I did this last year, but I didn't do it this year. Where's the link?
Oh, I'll send you the link. I'll share it in chat. Can I just
Okay.
copy it now, maybe?
Mine are always
Uh,
no.
Oop, does
I don't
that
know how
work?
to do Excel stuff like to make it look all pretty like that.
Yeah. Oh, it's so pretty. And I
That's
keep
cool.
tabs on y'all. So yeah, 10 out of 10.
Are you
And
snooping?
I'm snooping, but this is like I feel like this is like looking at Facebook. Like it's legalized snooping.
This is actually
Uh,
MySpace more than Facebook.
Oh yeah, it
that's
is.
fair.
Aw. Nice.
And also where was Anna's? Anna's is also really pretty. Uh,
Beautiful.
Oh,
the
that's so
mood
cool.
boards, the vibes. I'm standing in the ashes of who I used to be.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, stunning, as
That's
they
I
say in the
love the
Bible.
pink. I just love anything pink.
Yeah, and also was it Synobs is also real.
Oh
Like
yes.
so
The vibes of
so
Ivan.
sci-fi
yeah.
appropriate. Like the double margins and stuff. Obsessed. No message board though, so we shan't leave a message. But also, there's one gray border and not black. Zainab, get on it. Let's just see who others here. Elena, hello. I do love this mood board too.
That is really nice.
Yeah, that's
Very.
really
Oh, there's more. Very vibey.
cool.
Very
Oh
vibey, Elena.
wait. Oh, is it the same project? Because I was going to say on the left, I thought it was for two different projects for some reason.
I think this is just the Golden Child.
Yeah.
That seems to be the label on the drawer of Elena's project. Here's Mars's. I love this cover.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's cool.
And a little mood board, a little message board. This is truly. We should just start rating.
I didn't even
Um,
know people had started doing a message board. That's so cute.
yeah. As I said, I'm in Snoopin' Daily. We should just. Do you remember MySpace times where we could like rate your friends? We should just like have a rating list on our little spreadsheets. Let's see. Alice's. Oop. Better get on it, Alice. I see you. Madison too, but Madison's not here though. We've done Wendy's. Keiko's. I also really love Keiko's.
Yes.
Particularly this wolf here.
Yeah, what is that? I love that creature. It's very
It
cool.
looks like Fenris or something. I don't know.
Hmm. It's got
Like
multiple eyes, doesn't it? I feel like it's got multiple eyes.
3 eyes as far as I can see. But yeah, Keiko, really 10 out of 10 artwork for your project.
Yeah.
Mars says, Anna was the first to put a message board. I think the rest of us just copied her. Yeah, I'm shamelessly copied Anna. Keiko says, mine is just pictures. I'm tall enough to make them like Wendy or Anna. It's the Dread Wolf in Dragon Age. It does look like Fenris or something from Norse mythology, I will say. But yeah, just love the vibes. Let's not move anything. Here's Marlin's
Oh,
for the Art of
Demon.
Summoning
oh,
Demons.
I love that.
Oh, I like this in particular. This is nice.
Moody.
This is nice. Whatever that meme is.
The playlist is linked there as well if you want moody vibes.
If you want movie device. Anna's we done. Lynn, this is Lynn's. I also love the mood
Ooh.
boards here. Very much
Lynn
given
has
fun
been
summer vibes.
been leaving like comments on each like day or something. That's quite cute. When you scroll
Ooh.
back up.
All right, notes.
I love
Ugh,
that.
their diary. I don't like Anna. I do just like these little checkboxes. Oop. Let's set a pause on the next sprint. We're finishing these mood boards.
You
Lynn,
skipped
Zainab,
yourself. You skipped your
oh, that's not important.
see.
I don't want to show mine. But this is Jessica's. And I also like this. I like the color
Yes.
vibe. It's the vibe.
Love a
Can
bit
we...
of purple.
Sorry, Jessica. I'm just gonna boop. Sorry, this is for
Sorry,
the
I
heart
wanted
of
it that small.
I reverted it, but I just wanted to see what it was. But I also love that. Here's Elaine's Project Killing the
Ooh.
Continent.
Oh, I love that.
I love that mood
Elaine's,
board. That's so nicely done.
Yes.
yeah, I do like, and it's so appropriate to like a
Mm.
YA slasher. I think this is.
Mm-hmm.
Does it say anywhere? No. Oh, a romantic thriller at sea. There you go. But I
Oh.
also love this. And Lisa's. Lisa, call in.
That's what mine's gonna look like. I don't know how to do anything.
And Kagehime also. Ooh, I had done a lot, but I need a mood board. Give me a mood board. It's what I want.
Give us the mood boards.
Yeah. And let's see how we
It's
do
pretty
overall.
easy to just insert images, Becca. You just go in insert and then
Yeah.
images.
Okay.
And then if you select, I think above the cells something, then it's easy to move it around.
Yeah, you can just click here, insert, and then
But how do you make the
image.
background not white?
You
The
just
color
select
box here.
top left. So like between the A and the 1.
Yeah.
If you were to select the top left little square
Oh,
thing,
here.
yeah, and then
Oh.
that's like the whole thing, and then you can change the color there.
Oh, okay.
Let's do all black.
Well, watch
Okay.
as I procrastinate all day.
Oh no!
If you have any graphic design on Excel sheets questions, hit me up.
Okay, I will. I'll probably be like, stop texting me.
But yeah, I just been loving snooping on people, so it's been fun. I got to say.
I should add a message. I love that idea. It's so cute.
Elaine says, "Change my project. Slasher is on hold." Oh, okay. I do love the vibe check, but then I'd have to move the Polaroids. That's fair. Mood apathetic. Let's see if I missed some other comments. I agree they are amazing. 10 out of 10. Oh, hi, Wallace. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is in relation to, but I probably agree. Wendy says, yeah, peek out everyone's too. I mean, I think we make them pretty for people to see as well for ourselves. Yeah, it's definitely some like exhibitionistic voyeurism aspects to my decorating the sheet and like putting in the cover of the novel and stuff. I just like,
I think that's part of the fun and the motivation, isn't it? It's like,
yeah, for sure.
I'm just snooping on yours because you didn't want to show it. But I love your cover, and you love your own cover. Why didn't you show it?
It just feels, I don't know. I don't like showing off my own stuff. It's fine. It's there. Did we miss any comments? Alice, give an update. I have been slacking real hard because of the AuthorTube and BookTube event going on. Oh, there's an event going on. What's going on?
Yeah,
been hard to get footage for some reason, even when I'm hosting streams with sprints. I'm, to be fair, most productive when I'm not streaming. So when I'm in like chat and participating in chat, I get stuff done. But as a host, I'm like, I'll just do nothing.
What if you're the co-host? If you're my co-host on Thursday, will you be productive?
Sure, Jan.
So no.
Sorry the stream lagged for me, Malin. Yeah, the wolf has 6 eyes. And fun fact, the Elven pantheon in Dragon Age was in fact inspired by Norse mythology. And the dead wolf is the god of mischief, trickery, rebellion, and treachery.
So
Fenris is a giant wolf in Norse mythology, and he's the baby of Loki. So that makes sense.
There you go.
He's baby. Seems I'm never as productive on stream as I am off, yeah. And definitely if I'm like co-hosting, I might be inclined to do more work. But as a host, I'm just, this is my productivity. I'm hosting, and that's in itself is the productive thing I'm doing.
I actually feel really productive if I'm doing an actual solo stream. And that's not to say I don't want to do streams with other people, because I really enjoy it. And I feel like the chat is the best part. But if I'm doing a solo stream and no one joins me, then I think that's probably when I write the most words, because it's just like, yeah, churn it. You know?
Yeah. I watched you and Anna's video, the stream you did this week, and I was at work, so I couldn't see it. But there's a point where you said like, "Yeah, I don't really like cowboy books," and I was like, and then you gave the little asterisk, like, except if they have magic in them. So I'm like, okay, you.
And I did
Uh,
say, and I want to read Stig's one.
you did, but when you said that, literally jaw on the floor, I'm like, oh my god, I can never
No,
finish
I
my
don't.
book.
I'm just not interested in just the Wild West by itself, like the actual real life Wild West. I need it to
Yeah.
have an element of speculative or like even just a murder mystery that's not real, like a fictional thing that happened in this real, time. Sure. But a story
But just
about a
like
real war that really happened, I don't give a fuck about that. To be honest.
like a slice of life. Speaking of slice of lives, we're gonna go into. Oop, we're gonna go off camera. Apparently, we're gonna go into our second sprint.
Yes, if we're gonna do 4, are we doing 4 or are we doing 3?
Time will tell. Let's switch this up. Let's do. There's like a cozy cabin. That's the vibe I'm feeling
Yeah, I
now.
love that.
Ooh.
I know I'm on a low by 2025, but I am inches away from getting Focus Pro,
Oh.
just so I can utilize some of the other.
Just to get the other backgrounds. I love that.
But the thing is, I have a budget for like subscriptions every month.
Yeah.
So as long as I don't overstep the budget, I'm within the budget. So I could technically cancel Amazon Prime and subscribe to Focus instead. But then one of my goals is also no new subscriptions. So they cancel
Yeah.
each other out. Steve, no! This is my financial advisor, my bank manager, Wallace.
Aw.
The tarot card. Remember what it said? It's funny because I pull a card every week now. Well, this is the second week I'm pulling a
Did you
card.
pull the Cell Louboutin one?
No, I pulled was it 4 of Cups or something, or 4 of something? Let me just pull it up. 4 of Pentacles I pulled up. And I pulled it up right, and that is saving money, security, conservatism, scarcity, control.
Oh my
And I was like,
god.
okay, I guess I'm saving money.
That's cool.
And that's like the reading I did for my first paycheck. So the universe knew that I wanted to spend. That's how they get you. They sure do, and they do get me often. Becca, I love the hair.
Oh, thank you.
If people are looking for a way to procrastinate the sprint, I uploaded a travel vlog this morning. Wow.
Ooh.
Wallace
So
is
much
making content
quicker.
bread to hand or hand to mouth or whatever it's
So much
called.
quicker than she ever did with the London vlog, if I may.
Yeah, good turnaround, Wallace. I love to see it. I love to see it. But I also love to see a sprint starting. So we're gonna go now. Ring ding ding. How did y'all do for that sprint, Miss Lynn?
I started cutting some stuff for dinner so that it's ready to go, and next sprint I can just make it and eat. And then I've got like a tiny paragraph left in this chapter, and then I'm done with this chapter. I didn't even realize I was like, shit, I'm so close. So yeah, I think I did like 200 words or so, something like that.
I love that for you. And Becca, how did you do?
I actually finished a chapter.
Nice.
Serve.
Yay. It's a short one, but still.
It counts.
Chapter nonetheless.
Yes. What about you, Steve?
I wrote, yay! I wrote 32 words, but I killed someone, so there were 32
Oh,
you killed
impactful.
someone in 32 words only?
wow.
Rude.
I mean, yes, murder is not that hard.
Murder only takes a sentence, Malin.
Murder only literally takes a word, and the word is bang. Of the lethal kind, not the sexual kind. But yeah, no, the murder is quick, but the aftermath is not so quick.
So
And
it's
also
gonna
the
be
lead up was 3 weeks of me trying to get a single paragraph out. So
32 words for a death, and then 500 words for the sadness that comes.
well, right now they're in peril, so they need to escape. But I will have them deal with this in the next chapter, which is going to be the first one of the part 3. So
How
as
many
soon as
chapters are you doing? Do you know?
I have no clue because I'm discovery writing.
Okay.
So I know where I'm going, but I don't know where I've been, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
So the midpoint is scene 35, is all I know. So
Okay.
this is not going to be the rumpy, quick action adventure cowboy story that I thought she was going to be. At least not in draft 1, but hopefully I can wrangle it down to a palpable amount of scenes when I start working on rewrites and redrafting and re-outlining. If I ever do that, I don't know. It feels like you should never publish your first book. I don't know. Any thoughts on that?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't agree, because not everyone finishes their first book, if that makes sense. So like maybe they've got several drafts of other books not finished, and then their first actual book is the first one they publish. I don't know.
Yeah, it probably just depends. Like I did not publish the first book that I wrote, but the first book that I intended to publish, you know what I mean? Like I was writing without the intention, and you know what I mean? And then so and I think part of that was why it didn't work. Like I still have those books and I will never publish them. But then once I was like, okay, like I had like a TV pilot that I wrote and I was all like, that was Riser, my first book. And I was like, I want to turn this into a book series. Okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to do it. And then that's so, you know what I mean? Like my intent was I want to publish this.
Yeah.
Series. So, whereas the other ones were like, I'm going to write a book.
That's fair. That's fair. Let me rephrase what I said. I was very, very headstrong with that one. I mean, do whatever you want, but and like you should never not publish your first book.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, in my case, this is just me working on a book. I have no idea what I'm doing. And does that make a commercial novel?
Well, not a draft 1, but
Obviously. I'm just saying
you
that
can, like, that's the thing, is you could also start writing a book with the same intent Becca had in the first instance, which is I just want to write a book. I just want to get it done. I want to write the end. And then maybe at a later draft, you might think back to the same book and be like, now my intent has changed and it is to publish it. And then like rework it with that renewed intent. So I feel like both can be true.
Yeah. Yeah, because I could always go back to those books and I could always like really dive in if I really wanted to. But when I wrote, after I finished writing those particular, it was only like 2. After I wrote those 2 books, I just was like, no, like I just didn't get that. I don't want to publish that. Like this was good for me. I needed to do it, but like I don't
That's how I felt after writing my first one in French. And then I was like, this needed to be out of my system since I was 14 years old.
Right.
And now that it's out, I'm not publishing that shit.
Right, exactly. That's pretty much what happened to me too. So it's like, but with Riser, I was all like, Buffy had just stopped being on the air and there was no other shows like it. And I was all like, you know what? I'm going to write my own Buffy.
Yes.
And then that's how the series started. So.
And I love that. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. Like, you can definitely publish a book, but I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like, oof, because I'm not trying to make a living out. Like, one of my bucket list goals is literally just to publish a book. So what does it matter? I don't want to be in like career author. I don't want to make money of this. I'm just doing it for the lol, for the gag, for the plot, really.
For the
But I
fun.
don't know. Lately, I've just been thinking like, ooh, maybe it's not a good idea to publish your first ever book. Maybe you should just write a bunch of books so you actually know what you're doing, and then.
Yeah, but okay, here's the thing where I agree and at the same time disagree. So
Can't wait to hear Malin.
I consider The Art of Summoning Demons to be my official first book, even though technically I did write one in French before that, which was trash. But the difference I have between when I first wrote the first draft and then wrote a bunch of other drafts for other books and then came back to Demons is that I learned shitloads from writing all of these others, drafts of other books. So I do feel like it's technically, although my first book still. So if I ever publish it, I'll be like, yeah, it was my first book. But also at the same time, I did take my time to learn and not just go like, yeah, this is it. Get it out.
That's what I'm saying though, like writing a book and then having someone read it, give feedback, and then revising and then publishing it. Like not having the experience of, because you've written like 2.5 books in between or something.
Yeah.
So like obviously, like this isn't your really first book anymore, is it? I mean, it's the first book, but it's
But
not your
it
first
is. That's what
experience.
I'm only saying this to reassure anyone like Martha in the comments who might be like, what do you mean I shouldn't publish my first book? It's like, just work on it until you're like, this is good. That's what,
Okay.
and that might not be at draft one as well.
Yeah, I'm saying that I'm not sure if I should publish my third book. I'm definitely sure that Martha should publish her third book because I want to read it. But I'm just saying for me, like I don't know. It's the doubt creeping in, I guess, the editor inner saboteur or something. But that's the thought I've been having lately. Like, I don't know. Should I publish my first ever book? Who knows?
You might also write a bunch of other drafts of other books in the meantime, and then get back to the cowboy one and be like, shit, this is good. I need to publish this.
Or I might never write a book again. Who's to say?
No, you will not do that.
Who's to say? I mean, we all know, like, once I've completed a hobby, I'll check it and forget it.
Okay, well, maybe you'll start writing screenplays and then.
That's true. I do love writing screenplays. It's like all my favorite bits of writing is the screenplay. Like a little bit of description and there's a bunch of dialogue. Let's see what people have opinions about on this. We're joined by some lovely people. We were. I swear. I swear. Oh, there you go. Marta was here. Hello. And Minuk joined us. Hello. Anna says, sorry, I'm catching up on the chat, but I cannot take credit for the pretty spreadsheet when it literally plagiarized Stieg. But you added so much je ne sais quoi to it, though. So, who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Watching a budgeting video because I'm obsessed with budgeting in general or just this particular creator? Colin.
Yeah, can you recommend the video? Or is it just you're just scrolling down TikTok on budgeting videos type of thing? Is there one specific one you're watching? I'm curious.
Marta says, I'm not done any writing this evening yet. I sure hope that wasn't the last sprint. We're doing more sprints. Yeah, we're doing more sprints. Doing a new spreadsheet for Project Dying Gods. Oh, I'm going to go have a little peekaboo on that later.
I do love that name. It's a good name.
Yeah. It does really pique my interest. Wendy says, I finished my journaling, so now hopefully next sprint I can write. Hopefully you can. Rip to something. Not sure what, but... Elaine got lunch and wrote 136 words. Well done. Mars put some brackets in their story because they don't feel like figuring out the logistics of something that is just yet and something just yet, and then got about another 100 words. Serve. Marta says she loves your hair. JC says they love every one of Wallace's videos, and I have to concur with that.
Yep.
Martin says, what do you mean you should never publish your first book? I've been working on my first book for nearly a decade. Let's just put a pause on this. First book for nearly a decade. If I don't publish, I will cry. Mars says, technically, Exquisite Corpse was the first book I ever wrote, though it had to be completely reworked, and the final version is only like 10% similar to the original draft. Minook says, I need you all to publish your books. I need a bookshelf filled with all your books.
No.
That is very valid. I do like having my friends' books on their shelf.
Yeah.
Whenever I have like people over, I can be like, this one, I know this person. This one, I also know this person. My friends write books. What do your friends do? Drink? Oh, cool, Josh.
Losers.
Yeah, losers. So I do love that. JC said, well, the first book I wrote was a teenager when I wasn't sure what I was doing yet, so I probably wouldn't publish something that was an experiment. Yeah. Martin says, to be fair, only the part of draft 5 is the only part of draft 5 that is the same as draft 1 at this point is the character names. So like, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I'm really impressed that you've kept the character names, because I have changed character names throughout drafts for sure.
Yeah. I changed character names in chapters. That's what I do. I'm like, I don't feel this. But it's funny though, because when I feel like I get the right name, like I just know it. Like, oh, this is the name.
Yes.
Like, what's the science
100%.
behind that?
I've always wondered if people feel the same when they're naming their babies. Do they also go like, yes, this is the one?
I feel like the stakes are higher when you name a baby. Though, a little anecdote from a local community, there's a couple here who had a baby and they named the baby, and then a year later they gave the baby a new name.
What?
They were just like, you know what? We didn't really feel the vibe of the first name, so we're just gonna call him this now. And friends and family, we would also appreciate if you just stop calling my baby this name. Like a year into the baby. The baby. That's not a phrase, but you know what I mean.
A year into the baby.
Yeah, into the baby
To
era.
be fair,
Like,
and this is not to compare with actual human babies, of course, but slightly higher stakes than character names. To name Edgar, it took us like fucking ages, and we were going through so many names and just like randomly shouting a name in the middle of the street. You're like, this one? No. It took us forever.
but Edgar is so perfect though.
I know, and it fits, right?
Yeah.
Did you say it and then immediately know, like you do your characters?
So like Jamie's got a friend who had a French bulldog, no, a pug, I think, a pug, and he had, I think, a name that he picked initially, and then another friend came over and just named him Oscar, and it just stuck, and it was like, yeah, this is the name, actually, this is the right name, and everyone started calling him Oscar, and it became Oscar.
That's funny though. But yeah, Edgar could not be anything else than an Edgar, I think. JC says, because I started off writing poetry, novel writing is completely different than writing poetry.
Yeah.
That's very valid. Marta was just being funny, no need to be reassuring, but she appreciates it. Zeke said that about Project Sunflower and Project Atlas. I'm confident you will have another idea. Yes. To be fair, I never finished Project Atlas and I never finished Project Sunflower, so who's to say if I ever finish this novel that I'm
You are going to finish this novel. I believe in you, and you believe in the novel.
At this point, I just think I dug myself a hole so deep that I just have to quit no matter if I want or not, because I've been talking the talk, and it would be embarrassing to not be walking the walk at this point. And I'm very petty, so I think confident I could do it. Zoe Pritchard is a girly papa who is my new influencer. She's a lifestyle financial girly, and I will watch any video she puts out. Oh, there you go.
Okay, I'll make a note of that.
Keiko has no title for the story yet if you have suggestion, but I write the story in German. The fanfic is in English. Ooh. Love some good brackets. Yes, Marlon, I feel like that when I name my babies.
No.
I'm strongly debating changing a couple of character names in draft 6, but I feel like I'm just going to confuse the hell out of myself. I'm very criminal in the way that I will just name like a throwaway character or something. Like I have one just like Daddy Bolton. I named him Daddy Bolton in the draft. And a couple of chapters later, he came back and was like, what was your name? I do not remember you. So I very notoriously just throw away names. And then I guess I have to find your real name now. JC says, can you imagine 5 years in deciding I don't like what I named my child? Let's change it, lol.
Oh, God.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say slightly higher stakes than naming babies. Naming dogs, to be fair.
a higher stake than naming a baby would be to name a city, I guess. Sure.
I don't know. I feel like you could call
Not a
cities
fictional
anything.
one, a real one.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
But also, are new cities being founded as we speak? I don't think so.
No, but
Who's
I
out here
mean,
founding cities at this
I
point?
don't know why the first thing that pops in my mind is like that I'm just trying to change the name of what is it, like the Gulf of Mexico or something to
Oh, Gulf of America,
America.
please.
There's no high stakes there, just him fucking around.
You said you never write another story while you were working on those stories. That was the point I was addressing. I say a lot of things, Wallace, and I do not appreciate you quoting them back to me. I have insert name Redshirt1. Yeah,
Love that.
that's funny. You know, I think writing just isn't right now. I got about 350 words, including the brackets, and that's going to be it. Well done.
Hey.
Wendy says, I have been doing that so many times, forget the name of side characters. I'm getting better about keeping a list. Yeah.
Yeah.
In Scrivener, I just plot their name into like the little info box next to the document so that when I go back, I'm just like, oh, okay, that's what I call Daddy Bolton.
Yeah, I literally have a little cheat sheet of character names above the thing because it's like, especially since these are based on real people, so I have to put who they are in real life and then what their character name is because I'm all like, oh God, what did I name them?
Yeah,
I just want to put
dicey.
the actual person in.
And then sometimes I'll refer to my characters mentally as their new name, but then in the draft, to keep it consistent, I'll just do the old name. Old name. Maybe I
Yeah.
could just look at an F search and then replace. That'd be easier, I guess.
Mm.
In hindsight, I just realized.
Could be.
Well, it says I'm here to keep you accountable, and I guess I appreciate it. I also have a bunch of fixed name moments throughout, yeah. It's only side characters or NPCs I always have names for my protagonists and antagonists. I just love a good vanilla boy name. That's all my characters. I just like could be your uncle or something. These 350 words did not get me to 69% of the 50k goal, so I can't be too mad. Well done. Speaking of well done, we're gonna go into another sprint. I think we have 2 sprints left in us for sure, unless you two got to be somewhere.
No, but I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I promise that I'll keep writing. He said.
Okay, good.
And that's the 3rd sprint done. Just kidding. was that sprint for y'all?
I'm just finishing eating. Sorry, give me like 2 minutes.
Or Becca,
Oh, I couldn't hear you. Is that my?
Oh, yeah, you can tell what
Oh,
you do for
no.
that sprint, Becca.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, sorry, my thing was all off. I actually ate lunch as well.
She ate.
I ate, but I did manage to get 72 words. But I
Good
have a
job.
question. I have a question. What is it called? Because I don't know how to Google it, and everything I'm Googling is not coming up with what I think it is. But do you know how some houses, like ranch style houses, they have the paved sort of like it's technically the driveway, but it's more like a car. What is that called? Like it's just a big space of cement where people, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's cobblestone, sometimes it's whatever, but it's just place where like 10 cars could park. Do you know what I mean? What is that
I
called?
call that a lot, but that's English, I think, like British English.
Have you tried asking ChatGPT?
A driveway?
No, I just Googled it. But they have their little AI thing. They say spacious driveway, but I'm like,
Carport?
but isn't a carport when it's covered?
Yeah, with like no walls but a ceiling or roof.
Yeah.
What's the big driveway
Maybe there isn't
called?
a word. Maybe there isn't an actual word for it. Maybe it's just a driveway. It's just
I
when
don't
I think
know.
of driveway, I think of like singular, like road. You know what I mean? Like just like, oh, the driveway, like 2 cars can fit in the driveway, you know? Not like because you know what I mean? It's like a whole circular, like mansions have them and like and yeah, and like ranch style houses have them. So they can
A
just have
court?
court. Yeah. I mean, a driveway court. I mean, yeah, all right, I'll just put driveway for now and future Becca can deal with that later. It's just hard to explain without like trying to over explain it. And I don't that's just terrible. It sounds awful. I mean, it's like
I didn't know it had a name, so I like.
yeah, I mean maybe it doesn't. It just I feel like it should, right? Because it's like a different kind of driveway. Because it's I don't know, but yeah, maybe it isn't. Maybe I've just always had it in my head that it's called something different. Almost like a cul-de-sac, but in your front yard.
I would still call that a driveway.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah,
you have
me
like
too.
really big, fancy castles type of houses, and
Yeah.
then you know something, and you have like a really long alley where you drive to get to
Yes.
it. That's still a driveway.
That's what I would call the driveway. But when you get up
Yeah.
to the actual like courtyard,
Are you thinking of like almost like in front of hotels where they park like the cars and then you can like sort of
Go around in a
no,
circle.
that's more like you mean like where they do the valet and you can park out.
Yeah.
No, just a big circular. I guess it is just a circular driveway.
Yeah.
Circular driveway, paved courtyard,
Yeah.
circle
I
driveway.
think I'll do with the circular driveway. That's going to be as close as. Let me just write it down.
What is a circular driveway called? Let's see what Google tells us. It's just horseshoe driveway, sometimes
Yeah.
called that. Knoxbow driveway.
Let me.
But yeah, circular driveway seems to be the Google answer.
I'm gonna do circular driveway and then I'm gonna look at images.
A
That's
motor
funny.
court,
Yeah,
someone
I
calls
mean,
it.
they have like an actual circle in the middle with like flowers and stuff like that, but that's close enough, I think.
A motor court is something some people say.
Motor court. Let me see what that says. I think I'm gonna go with circular driveway, but thank you. Okay, but let me just let's see what motor court looks like.
Is it covered in like pillars and a ceiling?
No, it's
Okay,
not
so it's
covered.
not a
It's
portico.
yeah. Oh, I see. Motor court. Yeah, that might actually be more accurate. But do you think people will know what that is if I put that in there?
I feel like if you said circular driveway, people would immediately know
Yeah,
what you're talking
I
about.
feel like they'd understand that more because if you say motor court, I think they'd be expecting lots of cars.
I
Yeah.
just say like courtyard is what I would use. Maybe.
When you say motor court, it makes me think more of like in front of like a shop or something, like almost like a parking lot type of thing.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with circular driveway. That's Close enough.
Doesn't sound very fancy, but you can jazz it up later.
Yeah, it's I'm literally just arriving at the house, so it's not that big of a deal. But like trying to give a picture, and it's like I'm actually using the location that it was, and that's
Oh,
had in front of her house. So like, but I never knew what it was called.
Mm.
So yeah. Anyway, but thank you
well,
guys.
I'm glad we could ish help you? Question mark.
We arrived at a solution. Is it the
Yes.
right one?
Yes.
Don't know.
I'm happy. It's fine.
And that's all I care about. Becca being happy. And I got 362 words.
Oh,
Nice. Progress.
So one more sprint and I'll be at today's goal.
Yes.
There's only 18 days left of the month. Not to stress anyone, but
oh God, that does stress me out.
No, because it reminds me there's only 10 days until next payday. So
Oh,
That-
that's nice.
my
the month-
payday is tomorrow. So
Oh,
random, middle of the month.
yeah.
Do you get 2 per month, or is it really just
No,
every
it's just the
15?
one.
Okay.
Just the one.
that's always helped with the budget for me. Whenever I got paid once a month, because that's like you have to plan for the whole month. I always liked it better bi-weekly.
I don't think I've
To
ever.
be fair, I budget from the 15th to the 14th the following month. So
Yeah, no, I mean that's great. Just
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in a job that pays bi-weekly. I think it's pretty rare in the UK.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
you get paid per month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anyone in Norway being paid bi-weekly. It's always a month.
Oh, funny. I wonder why that is in America. We're just like, pay them, pay them, pay them. Maybe they won't complain.
Is it a tax reason? I don't know. Like, is there? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's always been the way, so I never thought about it. But then I have had jobs where it was once a month, and then I was all like, what is this?
Well, the thing I like to do is just immediately set aside the bills. Everything that is going to come out as bills goes into a separate fund.
Yeah. No,
And
I'm
that
the
way,
same.
and that way I don't have to worry about not being able to pay that. It's like it comes out automatically, the right amount every month.
that's great. Yeah.
Google has no answer why Americans are paid bi-weekly and Europe's are paid once a month-ish.
Oh, were you Googling that as well?
I'm Googling everything. I'm a fact checker. I'm a millennial. I don't trust anything.
Yes, fact check, people. This is the stream where we teach you to fact.
Yes.
Yeah. We were joined by Laura for that sprint. Hello, Laura. Welcome, welcome. We have one more sprint left in us. So, well, in me. So, I took a little trip under the sea. It was lovely. Some Deep Mystery got 76 words. Elaine got 286. Anna got a carport. Nia actually did not get words, but I did think about writing while they got admin stuff done, which is good. Yeah, I'd say a driveway or a courtyard, depending on what the vibes are. Keiko got chocolate and I noticed, tasted, it's the wrong kind. The package looks the exact same except for the description of bitter. Ugh, I don't like bitter chocolate. Marta read through 2 chapters, currently rereading the
Project site.
Oh, projects. I was like, Pierre side sequel after not touching it for over a year. Nia's mom had a circular driveway, and I just call it the circular driveway.
Okay. That makes me feel better.
My mom lived on a court and also had a circular driveway. We never called it anything else.
Okay.
18 days is so many. That's 2.5 weeks. That's not enough time for anything.
I mean,
mine is at the end of the month.
I was gonna say, it's 18 days is a long time. Like that's true, but it's like when you have like something you want to finish by the end.
When I have
the
half a novel to finish, it is not enough time.
Right. Like I wanted to kind of have like a rough draft of this, but that's just not like.
Yeah, Grape is getting the abridged version of the cowboy book. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think bi-weekly is very American, same as rent. I mean, it's practical, but first so much then chunk gone. Oh. But it's the same if you get paid bi-weekly though, isn't it? Still a good chunk of your money gone in a rent.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fun fact though, people in Spain tend to have 14 payments per month.
Whoa.
14 payments per month? That sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
You got one extra in summer and Christmas to cover extra cars. I guess that 14 payments per year.
Oh,
Yes, per
right.
year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, per year, per month. No, sorry. Yeah. Yeah,
I was
we
like,
get
whoa.
11 out of 12 months paid per year, and then the summer hollybobs we don't get paid
What?
salary. We have something called vacation money, which is based on how much you earned the previous year. So it tends to be like 200% of whatever you had last year,
Okay.
like whatever you have in your base salary.
What
It's
if
like
you've just started working?
then you get whatever you paid the previous year.
But like that's what I mean. You didn't get paid the previous year because you just started working. Like what if you've got like I've worked 3 months and then suddenly it's the
But then last year you could get paid whatever you worked last year. Like if you had job A for 2024, you would get the summer salary from 2004 in 2005. That makes sense.
okay.
So it carries over. Yeah.
I'm, I, I don't think I understand the concept. I'll have to Google it as well.
Yeah.
The Google stream.
Not
Mars had a friend
constant.
who got a job that paid every 3 weeks, so it was weird. Oh, I don't like
Oh, that
that.
is weird.
That makes it
I know
confusing.
people who were paid once a week. Oof.
You know, I've had a couple jobs where I got paid once a week too.
Mm. That's
It's,
less confusing than every 3 weeks, I find.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But you have to
I've
like save
never.
up
Yeah.
for your rent if one doesn't check. You know what I mean? Like you're like, okay, this
Yeah.
paycheck won't cover everything.
Yeah.
Especially,
I'm very happy with once a month.
yeah.
That means I got about 14K in 18 days for starting January. You can do it, Anna. I'm gonna see how many words I have left to write according to my hopes and dreams when I made the spreadsheet in December. I have 15,513 words left, Anna. So we're pretty much in the same boat, and it's sinking. Keiko has 25K. Whew. Marta, I wanted to have my revision plan finished by the end of the month, and at this rate, I'm not sure I'll even start it by then.
Oh,
I believe in you, Marta. I'll quit your job. Focus on writing.
Sure.
Yeah, who needs money to live anyway when you can live off your art?
absolutely. Oh God, that'd be amazing, right? I mean,
That'd be
I don't
the
know.
dream.
I do not want to have an income based on me writing a book. I'm just going to say that
the stress
immediately.
or
Oof, I love having a 9 to 5. I could not be more happy with having a 9 to 5. I'm not out here trying to make money off of like my input. I just
I
want
would
to show
love
up somewhere,
to
clock
do
in, and
half
get
and
paid.
half of that. I want to go part time one day and make a bit more money from like writing, but not my full salary, and just be able to go part time basically. That would be the dream. So I don't want to have a 9 to 5, 5 days a week. I would like to work 3 or 4 days a week
right.
instead, and then have the rest of that time to write.
Okay, I'm interested in that too. That speaks to me. Like work 4 days a week, and then the fifth day is for like writing a book or working on your marketing and
Right.
whatever.
Mhm.
I'd be into that, but full-time author, not for me. Or full-time creative anything is not for me. Yeah, I love clocking in 9 to 5 and getting paid and not having to worry about, oh, do I sell more enough books this month to
God.
make rent?
I mean, ideally, I would like to be back in, ancient times when you could have like a patron where you live at their place and they're just paying you, and you don't
Yeah.
have to pay rent so that you can make art.
Well, that'd be nice too. I
Yeah,
just want,
I
I
would
want to
love
move,
a
if I'm
patron.
being honest. So that honestly would end up being like a 9 to 9 job, but
But I think I
I
would
think
enjoy
so.
the low pressure of it, and therefore I would actually be more productive because I'd be like, my livelihood does not actually depend on this anymore. Just the
Yeah,
privilege, the
keep you
freedom of it.
going.
But then, like, what if your patron expected you to like perform or have like material ready? Like, you would be at the will of someone else. I'd hate that.
Yeah.
I mean, we still
Okay.
are at the will of the system, but
Okay, I'll change it to I just wish I were super rich and then,
Yeah.
just
yeah, I
inherited
wish
money,
I were rich
generational
as well.
wealth.
Yes,
Generational wealth.
that's what I wish too.
You
I
can do
wish
whatever
for
you want.
There you
yeah.
go.
Yeah, no, yeah. I saw someone once say, like some creative, like YouTuber or whatever, I quit my 9 to 5 so I could work 24/7 or something. I was like, that's so real. Like, if you're a content creator or an artist,
Yeah.
every day of your hour, every hour of your day, or it's just like you're always thinking about how to survive.
Yeah, I work way more doing publishing independently than I ever did in a 9 to 5 job.
Yeah, which is why I love having a 9 to 5, because I can just clock in and then when I go home, I'm
Yeah.
done.
But the reason why I'm, partial to that is just that I've been in too many jobs where I've not had the actual 9 to 5. Like you just end up doing way too many hours that you're not paid for. It's
Yes,
just
that's true.
agency kills your will to do anything else after work because you don't have any time left after work.
That is so true.
So
Yes.
that's my issue. Is like there's a lot of jobs that are not real 9 to 5s. They're
No.
just a lie,
Yeah.
and then you end up
I'm
working.
talking about a real 9 to 5. Actually, I have a 7:30 to 3, so that's
Yeah,
perfect for me.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't think I've ever been in an actual 9 to 5. Everything is 9 to 5:30, and my last job was 9 to 6. So.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah, someone that's done like 60, 70-hour weeks before. I'm with Marlon in this one. I have a government mandated 37.5-hour week, so get yourself a government job, guys. That's my hot tip.
Dream, the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, or one that pays overtime.
Yeah, mine does pay overtime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got
Quick-
toil now, time off in lieu, so we do get time back off if you do end up working late. But that's in my new job. I've never had that before.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes, I also like that because that
Um,
means they don't expect people to actually work late because they wouldn't want to pay it. So
Right.
yeah, they're like,
That's
just
good.
by God, be done by 5 o'clock,
Please.
You're doing everyone a favor.
exactly.
Mars says, quit your job. You only have panic attacks over money like once a week.
Quit your job, sell your Louboutin.
Yeah. Wendy says, I'm hoping to be finished with the first draft by the end of the month. I may need more 5K days to pull it off. Oof, actually, I have had a 5K day, but it's rough.
Yeah, I would have to do that if I was going to finish the end of the month.
Yeah, at this point, doing 3 days a week of engineering, 3 days of writing, and one actual day off, that's the dream. That sounds like a good work-life balance. In Germany, there are some companies that have the 4-day week now, testing it and doing surveys on it. Runs apparently very good. Oof.
Yeah, I've heard
My
of
two
that.
supervisors work sometimes 10 hours because being there at 6 and sometimes not leaving until 4 p.m. or even later.
Yeah. I had a job where I did, they called it 410s, where you just work 4 days, 10 hours. And I really did like that because then I always had a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Marta says, plus it just takes so much of my brain power. Even when I have a normal 40-hour week, it takes effort to then wake the brain up back up for more thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. It depends what type of job you do as well. And like high thinking jobs just kill your drive to like do anything creative after work.
Absolutely.
Don't go into tech. Hustle culture is real.
Yeah. Not planning to.
My contract has 5 hours unplanned overtime per week are not paid. I hate that for you. My colleague said that apparently is recognized in our payment. Yeah, the 70 cents that I get more than others. Oof. Congratulations. We're going to go into the last sprint of the evening.
Woo.
I'm going to change up the background. Let's do one different one. There is...
Snowy landscape?
Snowy lands. Oh, it's not really the vibe, though.
Okay.
Or maybe it is. Yeah, I'll give you a snowy landscape. Sorry, I had to think about it.
Yay!
Yeah, just don't do fire and I'm good.
Yeah. It's behind a paywall. It's pro, so
Okay.
can't have it. But yeah, we're going to do another 25 minutes. This is the last sprint of the evening. And 3, 2, 1, go do whatever you want for the next 24 minutes and 57 seconds. And that was the last sprint.
Wow.
I know, time flies.
You're a bit underwater again.
Oh my god. Forever and always.
You're back.
How was that sprint for you, Marlon?
Good. I just started going through some of the chapters I've already revised because I had some elements I forgot to add, and I just wanted to make sure it's small little paragraphs here and there, but just sort of to reinforce the choice that Olive is making, because I feel like before it wasn't very obvious it was her own choice. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm
That
towards
makes
the
perfect
ending,
sense.
so yeah.
Becca, how did you do?
I did 587 words.
Nice.
Oh wow, impressive. Good job.
So
How you feeling about it?
I'm good. Although I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I hate describing rooms.
I'm a very visual person, so I like it.
Okay, I do not. And so I'm just like, I'm
Emotions
doing
though?
it.
No, thank you.
I feel
Well,
like it really depends. Like sometimes the room is so obvious
yeah,
in my head that then it's like really easy, and then sometimes I'm like, I don't even know where she is. So
yeah, I think it's because it's like a normal house. You know what I mean? That you're just like, does anyone care if there's an island or not? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like more like that. So I'm just sort of like, I'm putting it in kind of basic now so that I don't skip it, because I will
my,
sometimes skip it just to get to the plot. And
my
then,
favorite thing to do is to do it in Sims. Just make the room. Just like create the room and then it exists, and so you don't have to like do a description at the beginning. You just go like, and then she leaned on the island because you know there was one because you've drawn it.
I know it's just like one of those moments where they walk in and it's like, I want them to go directly to one place, but it's sort of like, what does this place look like? Like, tell me. I mean, there's family members in there, so it's kind of like, and it's like the early 80s. So, you know, it was, and her house was very like wood paneled and shag
Ooh.
carpet. And so I have like the key points I can put in, but yeah, I just,
Yeah,
it's like my
it
least
doesn't need to be
favorite.
super long.
It's
Like,
true. I just hate it.
Maybe just like, I don't know, sometimes I'll just use a smell that kind of evokes the image of what I want to convey with the space.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Smell
or
was
like if there is
me.
shag carpet, if your character's not wearing any shoes, do they feel it under their feet or something? You know, like sort of.
Yeah, yeah. I
Going
did
to
say
a
it was
stranger's
under
house
the foot.
barefoot, Marlin. What are you?
I feel like the funny thing is, in most European countries, it's considered rude to keep your shoes on if you're in
I mean,
That's so
Tuscany.
yes.
true. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, not in America though. It's all shoes.
Yeah, which is crazy to me.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, so I'm just doing basics for now, but just to get through it, because otherwise I'll get stuck on it, you know?
We don't want that.
Don't want to get stuck.
What point of view is it, book, Becca? Because if it's in first, a kid is not going in depth on interior design. Lol.
Yeah, it is third person limited. So that's the thing too, is it is a little girl, so she's not gonna, she probably would just do the basics, you know.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe like it smells like old people, or I don't know.
See, Devesha making me feel not so bad. It's good.
Have you
That's what
ever
the
like
should do best.
have you ever gone back to like a space you've seen when you were like a child and been like, holy shit, this is way smaller than I remember it to
Oh
be? You
yes.
just like your memory of things as a
Yes.
child is so warped by your own size.
Yes. When you go back to especially like schools, like
Yes.
even high school, I was the same height, but like going back and I'm like, this is so tiny. How did I think this was a huge school?
Yeah. I had a memory of the canteen when I was in like primary school, and then I went back when I was in like high school to go see it for some
Yes.
reason. And I was like, oh my god, this was way bigger in my head.
So tiny.
Well, I hope you found any good tips, Becca.
I did, thank you. Yeah, because as far as smell, her place always smelled like because she was an alcoholic, it smelled like, you know, how alcohol comes out of people's skin. That's
Mm.
that smell. So I don't, that's how she, like, everything smelled there. So I don't really know how, because as
How
a
would a
kid I
kid
just was like, ugh,
describe that?
you know what I mean? Like I never thought of how to describe it back then. I was just like, ugh, I hated the way it smelled, you know? So that's interesting that you brought up smell, because I didn't put it in there because I was just like, how do you even describe that?
It's the beauty of being a writer. You get to figure it out, Becca.
No, that's gonna just gonna say she's an alcoholic and leave it at that. And she stinks.
Wendy got 493 words, finished the scene, and got a good start to another. Good job. Mars moved upstairs. Okay, 2 floors. Now you're bragging, Mars. Moved upstairs to plug in my laptop, and then Jacob come home from work, so I went back downstairs to chat with him. Chatting with your boyfriend? Why? Got to run 2, but wrote 138 words, says Elaine. I hit my goal for the day. Bye all. Marta just finished their rereading goal for the day, so they're going to run off and start getting ready for bed. This was fun. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Madison made it here to a streak stream. Whomst you, but we're gonna pull the plug soon, so I'm so sorry for your loss. Grape says, when I get home, I'm like spent all day talking to people, and I don't want to make imaginary people talk to each other. That's fair. I also feel like high social jobs are draining to creativity, so
Yeah.
that just might be me.
That makes sense.
You're gonna hate the answer, or there's a solution, not the solution, but a solution to this, which is to get your writing done first thing in the morning. Great.
No,
But also,
great.
you
Don't do
open a
that.
breakfast place, so good luck.
I don't like this agenda that morning people have to make everyone else a morning person. Stop it. We're evening people, night owls here. We're not gonna
I'm
get
not
up
trying to
early.
make anyone a morning person. I'm just offering solutions to people's problems. I live in a row home. It's 2 floors, but only because it's narrow, so the only way to get more space is by going up. That's valid. And speaking of valid, I think that's all we have time for today. Thank you so much to these 2 lovely ladies for joining me on another Tuesday.
Thank you for having us, as usual.
I am to my core a 3 a.m. writer. Yes,
Middle
Molly,
of the
that
night.
tells you night. Oof, the way my brain does not function after 6 p.m. is not even funny.
Exactly the same.
Maybe we're just getting older, Becca.
You guys have just been doing a bunch of words. Oh, yeah, to be fair, Becca, I don't know what time it is where you are. But
Yeah, it's only like it just turned 1 o'clock. So this started at 10 a.m. for me. So that's like my perfect writing zone, 10 a.m. to like 1.
actually, I'm a day writer. I feel like during the day would be best. But unfortunately, I have
yeah.
work to do
I
during the
know. Yeah.
Writing during the day on weekends, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, when I used to work the night shift, it was perfect because I could write when I wanted to, like 10 a.m. to 1, but then I just went to work at 4:30. So
It's quite good.
Like Mary Lambert said, I can't change even if I want to, even if I tried. And that's so valid. That's so fair, yeah. We're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for being here. Tomorrow is another Trouble Friday. Nope, Trouble Wednesday even. And I guess I'll just see you next Tuesday. Bye.